Hello lads and lassies and welcome back to my channel as I'm Mr. Mayhem. Today we'll be going over my pickups for the month of January 2024. Now, my normal stuff, there's not a lot, there's only 4 things, but I will do them first because I have started a new hobby, as you probably could have seen from the title. So I'll get into that after I've done my regular stuff. So I'll start off with the Blu-rays, then move on to the 4Ks. But before we get into this, if you do enjoy this, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, through links in the description. I'll timestamp when this bit's over, and then if you want to leave, you can. But yeah. So first up, I picked up Death Note, the complete series on Blu-ray. I was just in HMV with my girlfriend, and I think I watched like the first 10 episodes way back when, like maybe 10 plus years ago, and I've always been curious to finish it, so I went in, picked up to have a look because there was some stuff on sale. And when she saw me looking at it, she just grabbed it, and I was like, we're getting that then. So we ended up picking it up. We're 11 episodes in. I'm really enjoying it so far. And we got it discounted down from 55 to like 30, so happy with that. Then I also picked up, I thought they were in a 2 for a deal, but they ended up being the same price, just buying them separately anyway. I picked up No Hard Feelings, which I've actually watched this. I watched this with Callum. I thought this was quite good. I think it's quite a sweet story. It is very funny, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good, and yeah, I definitely recommend this. And the Blu-ray looks great. Like, I've just noticed that Blu-rays now have just gotten a lot better. So then we also have Cobweb, which I saw in the cinema. I didn't really like that much, but then rewatched it again with Callum this month, and I actually really enjoyed this. I thought it was really good. Now that I knew what it was, I really enjoyed what it was. So yeah, definitely glad I picked that up because it went from a 2.5 to a 3.5. But yeah, good stuff. That's all the Blu-rays. Now there's only one 4K which I've not watched yet, and that's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Heard fantastic things about this, so decided to pick it up. It is lovely packaging right there. But I do plan on picking this up at some point. It is Criterion, so yeah. Now that's all my media pickups. So if you want to leave now, that's fine. I understand. I'm going to be going into my pickups for my new hobby, which, if you know the hobby, you'll know what those things in the thumbnail were. But yes. So a bit of backstory. I'm not really one to have like a very physical hobby in terms of like, apart from collecting games and movies and stuff. I'm not one to buy like stuff like crafts and that. But I started watching a YouTuber called Bricky like a year ago, and then I'd always heard, fuck it, it's Warhammer. I'm into Warhammer now. Basically, to start off, I knew of Warhammer. I watched his videos. And I'd always been curious, and someone I used to be friends with, he was quite into it, but he always bought the stuff, never painted it. He always talked about doing it, blah blah blah. And I always saw the painting as a bit finicky. But I started listening to Bricky's podcast called Adeptus Ridiculous, and I just find the lore absolutely fascinating. I always have. I've loved the designs. I love Space Marine, the game. Like, I really enjoyed Vermintide, and I really enjoyed Darktide. I've enjoyed everything I've seen. And I know there's a tabletop game, but personally for me, I won't be playing the tabletop game because the rules just look so confusing, and I just think I'd find it boring. But I am a big proponent of statues and collectibles and that. So when I was in town getting those movies, I went into I didn't go into the official Warhammer store, but I went into like a third party one that was like, it sold all sorts of stuff. And I picked up, and the first set I picked up was, shit, where is it? Oh, it's down here. The first set I picked up was, I'll try and do this under I picked up. I picked up the Infernus Space Marine plus paint set, just to try it, And I had a lot of fun painting these. I got all these painted up. I was a bit worried because, like I said, it can get very finicky with the tiny details and tiny brushes, but I really enjoyed this, what it was. And I painted them all. I really enjoyed that. And I thought, you know what, I'm really enjoying this. So I dived into it, and I got, I have a bunch of paints now as well. I'm just not going to bother showing you them because you don't care. It's more of the sets. But I ended up ordering off of Amazon. There's quite a lot here, so I'm going to go through this. So I ended up ordering off of Amazon. Was it this? Oh, and this. I also have a headlamp, snips, etc. But I ended up ordering off of Amazon the Tyrannid starter set because I know you can build up points with armies and that. And I'm a basic bitch. I love the Space Marines, but part of me was like, I want to get a set for most of the factions because I like the look of most of the factions. There's only like a handful of them that I don't really like the look of, and I probably won't get any. For instance, is it the Death Guard? I believe it's like the is it Nurgle's? Don't fucking crucify me, but it's like the Nurgle Space Marines. Like I think it's Death Guard, and some variants of the Space Marines I won't get. But I picked up the Tyrannid starter set, paints and stuff like that. Painted up one of them, and this was the point where I realised that primer was probably a good idea. So we'll get to that in a bit, but I painted up one of these and gave up on it. I will go back to these now, but it was fun painting that. I also picked up the Assault Intercessors Space Marines. Now this was the point where I also realised that you need glue, and that with the starter set, because these are all just, is it monopose? They pop together, you don't need glue. I realised you needed glue when I started to put these together. I was like, why is these not going together? So I couldn't build these for a day. But I finished off my Marines and then went into town the next day and picked up some other stuff. But yeah, I picked up the Assault Intercessors. I've built these. I have not painted them yet, but I will get around to it. But yeah, the Assault Intercessors. I got a lot of these discounted. Not heavily, but on Amazon they were quite discounted. I also, because when I was listening to the lore, I loved Krieg, and Krieg was the Deathcore Krieg is one of the things that I heard the most about when I first started, and they're just absolutely mental. So I couldn't find any 40k ones. I mean, this is 40k, but I picked up the Kill Team Veteran Guardsman set. This is the part where I thought, you know what, these models are fine. They're not that tiny. These ones are tiny compared to Space Marines, and that's when the moment when I remembered. They're like scale accurate, they're size accurate within the universe. So Space Marines are quite big and easy to paint, whereas these are quite finicky. I've not dared to touch these yet. I have everything you see here today, I've assembled and they're on shelves. I just need to paint some of them. And these ones I'm going to get around to. I just need to get tiny, tiny brushes and I'll need to steady my hand. But there was a point where I was like, am I really going to be able to paint all these? But we'll get to that. But yeah, I picked up the Veteran Guardsman set because I just love Krieg, so I'm excited to paint them at some point. What else did I pick up? And then I went into town and picked up a couple of things. I picked up blue. Along with that, I picked up, because I asked the guy at the counter, what's the best value for money kind of thing. And he was like, get the paint set with the snips and the starter brush. And I was like, okay, cool. So I paid like £27 for this, and this was pretty good because I only had like 4 out of the 13, I think it's 13 paints in here, and I needed snips as well because snips on their own from Games Workshop are like £30. I was like, no, thank you. These snips have since gotten quite bad, so I'll just be getting a cheap pair of Amazon. I'm not paying £30 for own brand ones, but got a good amount of paints in that. With that, it's Age of Sigmar, as you can see. I'm mainly into 40k. But we'll get onto that because I do have a few Age of Sigmar sets. This video is all over the place. I just want to get through all this because there's a lot. So I picked up that. I also picked up because like I said, I wanted a set of each faction. So I picked up the Orc Boys and built these. These were a nightmare to build because I was used to like all the plastic sprues having numbers on them, but this was just like very much, they're all the same kind of thing, but you can customize them. So this was a bit of a nightmare to begin with, but then I, got my head out my ass and realised they're quite easy. Painted one of these. I've realised now that models that hold stuff close to their chest are a fucking nightmare to paint. But then I just kept seeing people that were like, it doesn't matter. People are not going to be looking like down the side. As long as it's mostly covered, it's fine. So, and again, this is for my display. I won't be playing the game. I mean, if someone came to me and was like, would you like to try the game? I would try it. But I'm not going to go out of my way to try it. I'm just getting it for the minis because they look cool, and sometimes the lore is quite cool. So, picked up the boys, the Orc Boys, built them as well. Like I said, I've built all of these. So I'm going to stop prefacing that, unless there's some fun story behind it. But I got the Orcs, the Orc Boys. I also went back into that place that I... Sorry, throat's getting dry. I also went back to that place that I got my starter set from, just to have a look, and they had 2 sets on deep discount because the back of the box was damaged and there was a hole in it. So I got 2 sets for like half price. So I got, and I was literally in there, I was like, you know what, they're half price. I don't really care. So I picked up the Dark Apostle, the Chaos Space Marines Dark Apostle. This was originally £25. It was £12.50 because of a hole in the box there, but I didn't care. Everything came with it. These built fine. I also picked up the Devastator Squad for the Space Marines. This was originally £38. I got it for 19. Built these, and again, this was an easy buy. The Dark Apostle one was easier to swallow because it was cheaper, and it was, you know, a faction I wasn't really interested in. Well, I was, but the set itself seemed a bit finicky, but I thought, fuck it, do you know what, why not? And I also picked up the Devastator Squad. Again, these are going to be pain in the asses to paint, but I have picked these up, and I look forward to painting them at some point, because I really like the Space Marines, so, you know, I'm a basic bitch. So yeah, after that, I'm trying to remember what order I got these in. After that, I'm pretty sure I picked up... I remember. So after that, at the end of this, I'll go over what I've painted. And after that, I picked up a set of Scutari, the Adeptus Mechanicus Scutari. Built these. These were very tiny and finicky and very sharp. These ones are going to be... like, I just forget how small these are. So after this, I say after this point, there's a couple more in here that I'm like, ugh. I'm going to attempt to paint these, but at the end of the day, I'm fine with it. So now that I know the scale, I'm just going to buy what I think I would be able to paint. Like I said, I'm going to give all these a chance because I really like I love the lore about everything, and it's just, yeah, it's awesome. So I picked up that. Then I picked up a set of Necrons, the warriors. These ones surprised me because when I opened them up, they were popped together a little bit, and I was like, what? But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to paint these because these ones seem like they'll be actually quite like easy to paint, really. Yeah, like I said, a bit from each army is quite cool. So I'm excited to start painting these at some point. After that, I picked up a set of Chaos Knight War Dogs. These things were a pain in the arse to build a little bit. Now, what I find with Warhammer sometimes is that the plastic doesn't quite line up. And if you make a mistake, the glue that Citadel has, it melts the plastic together and it kind of fucks it. So, and sometimes when the swivel joints don't quite work, they can break apart if you're trying to move them. But I picked up the Chaos Knights because I was like, I'd always seen the Knights as just so fucking cool. And I said, you know what, I need to get Knights. So I picked up these tiny Knight boys. These were kind of fun to build. I need to paint these as well. I've primed these. I've primed everything here. I just need to paint them. Well, some of them. But what I'm doing is with this, and the next thing I'll talk about, I'm waiting until I'm a bit more confident before I start painting them because they're a bit more expensive. So I've built these. I just need to paint them at some point. Then after that, I'm pretty sure it was after that. Yeah, after that, I was like, you know what? I want a knight. I want a proper knight. And I picked up the Abominant Knight. The variation I've built is this guy, but without this. And instead, he's got that gun there because I thought that was quite cool. This guy is fucking awesome. It was painful to build this guy. It took like 8 hours to build him. But like he's got so many sharp and spiky bits that it was quite painful to build him. I do want to get a normal Imperial Knight at some point, but I just love how fucking metal this Knight looks and how metal the Chaos Knights are. So I was very happy to pick this up. Again, I built it, primed it. I just need to paint it, but I'm gonna wait. This is probably gonna be the last thing I paint, because I just don't want to fuck it up. Now I know you can strip it and that, but like, I don't want to fuck it up. So I'm gonna wait until I'm a bit more confident and then go for that. But yeah, I have a Knight now, and just having it sitting on my like shelf is just more than enough for me. So yeah, very, very cool. I will probably end up getting an Imperial Knight at some point, because although they don't look as cool, they still look pretty badass. So yeah, very, very happy with this. I've also still not decided on a faceplate yet. But after that, I picked up some Bloodlighters. By the way, at this time, I am picking up paints and brushes and stuff and all that, but that's just, yeah. But I picked up some Bloodlighters because I love the idea of Khorne, although the box came fucking destroyed. But I did get these for £20. I've built these. Again, I just need to paint them. I'm going to start soon. I just need to get some proper brushes because the brushes I have are a bit shit. So, but yeah, got some Bloodlighters. Very, very cool. Then after that, I went into town and traded in a load of stuff, a couple consoles and games and that, and just stuff I haven't played and won't play and just didn't need. So for the most part, it's going to fuel most of this, but there's a couple of things in here that my girlfriend got because she saw me painting and she's quite a crafty person. She's like, I'd like to try that. So when we went into the store, the actual Warhammer store, we tried painting. I got her to sit down and she tried painting some of these and she really enjoyed it. So yeah, because you get these for free if you go in and start painting, although I didn't know you need to book a time, but we ended up coming out with 2 of these anyway. And you can also do a Space Marine as well. But she really enjoyed that, so I said, okay, do you know what? Pick 1 or 2 sets, and I'll get you it, and we'll go from there. So she ended up picking the Stormdrake Guard for Age of Sigmar because she really likes dragons and stuff. And these are pretty cool. I've built these. She's not painted them yet, but she will. She's working a lot, and yeah, I think these are just really fucking cool as well, though. They're just very, very cool. Age of Sigmar's not my thing. I'm more 40k, but she seems to like the more fantasy stuff here, so that's pretty cool. Building that was quite easy and quite fun, actually. And she also picked up, because I wasn't sure what combat patrol to get, and I was saying, like, what do you think, this one or this one? And then she saw these little wolfies next to the Space Wolves, and she loved these. So we ended up picking up these for her as well, and she has painted all these. They look really good. She's actually quite good at it. You know, she's not amazing, but she's better than I am. Let's put it that way. So, but yeah, these are very cute. These were really easy to build. So, and then as for me, this is what I ended up picking up when we were in. So, start off with I picked up. Oh, we also picked up a bunch of paints, primers, shit. So, I picked up the Combat Patrol for Space Wolves. Like I said, I will not be playing the game, so my army stuff doesn't really matter. But I always wanted a Combat Patrol, because for ages I say ages, like a month I didn't have a Combat Patrol. I was like, do you know what, I want to get a Combat Patrol, because it'd be quite cool. Sorry, I talk very fast. But, so I thought, do you know what, I love the different Space Marine factions. So do you know what, I'm going to pick up Space Wolves. And I built all these, primed all these. I'm actually going to start painting these this afternoon, I think. But you get a lot of Marines and a tactical suit. Very excited to start painting these at some point. Yeah, just great. I realise I need to mention which ones I've painted, but I'll do that after. And then I also ended up picking up... I also ended up picking up the Astra Militarum Combat Patrol. This was the one that I eyed up when I first started browsing after I completed my Infernus Marine starter set. Started browsing through this, having a look, seeing what it was about, and I just thought it looked so cool with the gun batteries, the Sentinel, and all that. Now I have actually painted the Sentinel here. This is the thing that convinced me that I will be able to do the more finicky stuff. I just need to be patient with it, because I'm very happy with how that turned out. I'm actually going to cut the camera and go and get that now. Okay, I'm back now. I am proud of this. Took me a while. It was very finicky. I have shaky hands, but I'm really proud of how this came out. Don't know if it's going to actually show up properly. But it's not working. I'm very proud of how this turned out. It's not focusing. But I did the basing as well. This is very hard to do when you've got one hand, but I am very, very proud of how this has come out. It took me ages to do, but I'm very, very proud of it. Yeah, I absolutely love this thing. I think it looks fucking awesome. And this is like my first one where I was like, do you know what, I think I can do this. Because the paint, okay, this is getting done now. Okay, because the paint just looks so, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like, just very, very, very happy. So, this is the one I'm proud of the most so far. And this is, like I said, what convinced me that I can do this stuff. I just need to be patient with it. So, very, very happy with how this Combat Sentinel came out. I am planning on doing a video in like 6 months to see where I am with this. For you guys, so you'll see that, you can probably see that in June, probably, I think. But yeah, Astra Militarum set, this was a lot of fun, although it took ages to go because there's so many minis in this. I probably won't get any more Astra Militarum mini guys, but I was looking at the Lehman Russ battle tank, and that's fucking sick. But I need to, you know, start painting some of this stuff as well. But the thing is, I can just start painting this whenever I want, and it's nice. It's nice to take a break sometimes and just like do something with your hands. Haha, sex joke. But yeah, really happy to have this one. And then after that, I realised that, oh fuck, and this was after we left the shop and after all that, I was like, fuck, I should have gotten myself a Space Marine vehicle, because I've been looking at stuff like the Razorback and that. And that's what I ended up picking up. I ended up picking up a Razorback. And I've built this, I've done the initial blue, I've primed it and I've done the initial blue colour. I just need to do the tracks and some of the other features on it. But yeah, this shit's just awesome. Like, I just, when me and my girlfriend eventually move out and get our own place, I'm going to try and have this set up in a more diorama kind of thing. Whereas right now it's just on shelves, kind of stacked up together against each other. It doesn't look as nice. Like, it's still nice, but I'd like to be able to display this stuff more. But yeah, I'm really happy with that as well. And the last thing I picked up just a week ago, about a week ago, was another set that I'd seen for ages and kind of wanted it because it looked cool as fuck. And that is the Blood Angels Combat Patrol. Now, this was a lot of fun to build. Comes with a hover tank and some aggressors and shit like that. And I'm very happy to have this one. I've painted a couple. I've painted a couple of the aggressors and stuff like that. But yeah, very happy to have that. That's all my pickups, but I'm going to go through what I have actually painted a little bit of now. So, rambling, I know. This video will not be popular. But either way, like I said, I'm a beginner. I love the lore. I don't think I'll play the tabletop, but I enjoy painting. So if I'm confident enough to show you the Sentinel, in the future, like every couple months, I might do an update. And then at 6 months, I'll do my update, blah, blah, blah. And just, you know. But anyway, ones I have started to paint. So yes, as I said, I've started to paint the Blood Angels. I've done a couple of aggressors and stuff like that. I'm not going to show you them because I'm not very confident in them right now. Painted the Razorback, the initial blue coat. I just need to do all the other colours and details. As I said, I've done the Sentinel. I have painted all of my Tyranids now, which is good because I'm planning on getting more. I've painted half of the Assault Intercessors. That's not a set. I've painted all my Infernus Space Marines. I've painted a handful of these Orc Boys. Sentinel, like I said. All of these are painted. Yeah, that's about it. As you can see, I haven't actually painted that much, and you might be like, "Oh, it's a waste." But do it at your own time. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm just happy to be part of this hobby now, and it's awesome. I'm actually, at the time of recording, I'm going back in again to having a look in the shop, because there's some paints I need to get. I need to get some more primer, and there's 1 or 2 sets I want to get before that, but we'll see. I probably won't end up getting them, but I might, I don't know. But yeah, that's been my pickups for January of 2023, and the start of a new hobby. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, I don't know, just talk Warhammer in the comments. Just do it. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you do enjoy this one, do a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, links in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.